everybody, happy new year. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be making a video on how you can manifest like your dream life, and I think the new year is like the perfect time to set goals and figure out what you want to achieve in the year. I started manifesting my goals I think about 2 years ago, and I found it makes me very focused and makes me like truly think about what I want on a deeper level out of like life and my year in general. Poog wants to be involved. You can sit right there. Also, how cute are my socks? Already distracted. I need to manifest some concentration. I'm not like a manifesting expert, and I don't claim to be. I'm kind of like a spiritual person in the sense that I think that when you put something out there, that you're like planting a seed of like something you want. So Pooh, you can't be licking now, okay? You're too loud and it's not giving aesthetic. Please. It is something I like to do, and I feel like it is important for like self-improvement and like being like grounded to yourself. I like wrote a list. This is like my manifestation book. Oh, there's still a sticker on it. That's like killing the vibe. Let's just ignore that. But it's like this stunning journal. I bought this in like a witchy shop when I went to Glastonbury. And I also bought tarot cards from the same shop, and it was like the coolest shop ever. With the intention of like writing out my manifestations, my goals, like kind of journaling, and like writing my tarot card readings out. Also, non-expert in tarot. I use angel cards and I use tarot cards. Already gone on a freaking tangent. Me and a tangent. It's important to like set goals out for the year. Or just set goals out whenever you want. Whenever this video finds you, just set out your goals for the things that you want. You want to have like a clear and positive mind when you're doing this. So I recommend like listening to some relaxing music or like meditating. I started meditating a few years ago as well, and I think that's really important for like clearing your mind. And I actually use these meditation methods for sleeping as well. 2023, I manifested success and opportunities. And I remember I didn't even like manifest at the start of the year. Like, I think you can manifest whenever you want. But I remember I manifested, I think it was on like some full moon spiritual witchy. And I sat there and I manifested all the opportunities that I wanted, and that I wanted like opportunities to come to me, and I was really like ready to like level up and, you know, like level up with my career kind of. As soon as I did that and I wrote everything out, a week later I had 3 different opportunities. One of them being a Sideman video.
He's just insulted her for 5 minutes.
Like that?
But I feel like that happened because I really like put it out there in the universe for it to happen. So yeah, 2024, I manifested healing, like peace and like self-love. And although I feel like I'm on like a really big self-love journey, and that's going to take a very long time, I feel like the self-love I've learned actually looks different to how I thought it would. Like loving myself enough to have like a partner that's kind to me, a partner that like loves me sincerely. Also like not having like bad people around me, like really taking care of myself, like who I'm friends with, like who I surround myself with. I feel like my self-love manifested in that way, and I really was careful about who I hung out with. This year I want to manifest patience, and whenever I do tarot card readings or angel card readings, they always tell me that I need to be patient with my success. And I feel like that's something I do struggle with, is, you know, waiting for the right time for things to happen, and also just knowing that like things will happen how they're supposed to. So I really want to like, you're kidding. Now I'm manifesting patience with my light. Okay, my light is now charged. Yay! Now let's talk about how to write manifestations. Basically, how I like to manifest things is I like to write a list of manifestations, like a bullet point list, and then I also like to say them out loud as well. So like the first thing I wrote on my 2025 manifestation list is I'm going to believe in my capabilities. I'm going to monetize my passions. So those 2 things Now, I think I need to do like some more work to believe in my capabilities. And I think there's like lists, like bullet points between each manifestation of like how to achieve that. And then, I don't even know if that makes any sense or if that kind of defeats the purpose of manifesting. But that's just how I wrote those things, because I feel like although I like do have belief in myself, I think I have more disbelief in myself than I do belief. And I think I need to do a lot of self-work to believe in my capabilities. So, and that comes from like just being more confident in certain areas and like really like homing in on my like things I'm good at. And also like monetizing my passions, that takes like a lot of work to get there. So to be able to monetize, I first need to be consistent. Like I need to be making good content. I need to be making a good schedule. Like there are many things that I am doing right now that will lead to monetization. So I'm like planting those seeds, but I know there's a lot of work that comes with those things. So this is like my first list, but I will probably write another list. But for now, like these are things that I want to like grow on. I wrote that my fitness will be the best it's ever been. I already feel like I'm like halfway there with this anyway, because my mentality is like I want to be really fit and active. This week I've like ran twice, and I've not like ran outside since I was like a teenager. That's also like a big deal for me, and it was like hard to wake up super early to do it, but I still did it anyway. So I feel like my fitness is already just so much better this week than it has been the previous week, and I'm just gonna keep getting more and more fit. My lifestyle is healthy. Once again, I feel like I've already been planting seeds for a healthy lifestyle and like a healthy mindset. So I feel like this is already coming into fruition. I don't want to drink alcohol, but I'm gonna try to not drink alcohol, but just being realistic, I said I'm gonna drink alcohol 1 to 2 times a month all year. I think like over time I have been drinking less and less alcohol, but I do want to kind of do it once a month maybe. So actually no, I am going to do it once a month, and then I put 1 to 2 because in case I have an event on and I do want to drink, I put 1 to 2. But for me that's like a big deal because I've always like drank like frequently, so I think that is something that's achievable for me, and I want to be able to like go to social events and not drink. So yeah, and I have done that in the past and I want to keep doing that. I think it's just like the fear that stops me, and that's so stupid because it's literally just a glass of wine, like get a grip. But I think I have such a bad habit of drinking when I'm like going for food as well, and I don't need to drink when I'm going for food. So I'm focused and not distracted by external factors. This just kind of means like I don't want to be getting involved in people's drama. I don't want my own drama. I want to be like concentrated on everything I want to do. So, and I feel like I am. I feel like I'm always like working on that. So I feel like that's something I'm already doing, but I want to be like completely focused. My creativity is flowing and I'll write many songs. I feel like I've kind of like lost a lot of creativity over the last few years, and I'm like getting back into being more creative. So I really want to push myself and like write more. But that also means like reading more, because I think you need to like read to be able to write. So I've also I'm going to read and expand my knowledge. I think I'm going to write a list of books I want to read, but I'm only going to say that I'll read like 3 books this year, and I know that isn't many books, and I know loads of people have like a big list of books, but I feel like realistically that is something I can do, and I currently read 0 books, so I feel like 3 is better than 0. I think with me, I don't like to shoot too high all the time. I know some people write like manifestations like, I'm gonna get a Bentley and I'm gonna have a house and I'm gonna have $1 million, but I feel like I like to write things that are like more realistic to the things that I like truly want. I don't like to go too high sometimes because I'm like such a perfectionist, and if I feel like I'm failing, I like really struggle with that. I think over time I can like reach higher and higher in like my expectations of myself, but I think like how I am, I've got to take that into consideration when I write my manifestations and like things I want to achieve, because I do get disappointed in myself very easily. 3 books is is enough for me. And you never know, maybe I'll read more, but currently I'm on 0. So if anyone has any book recommendations, please leave them below. Also, some of these are kind of personal, so I don't know if I'm gonna read all of them. I also wrote, I have a strict routine. I am a person that really needs routine. So I try to like force myself to get into routine. And once I fall out of routine, I get like quite depressed. So routine is really important for me. So I want to be like so consistent with my routine this year. I find it like really helpful to write a list in my notes app every day and like physically have to take everything off, even if it's something small. Like today, I think on my list, I had like make lunch, make my bed, do a load of laundry, like make food for work. I can't remember what else I wrote, but it's just like, they're not like huge things, but I just like take it off so I feel like I'm achieving something, and I need that, like my brain needs that to function. Otherwise I actually won't get things done and I won't be motivated. I put my YouTube will reach high numbers, so if you're watching this, hello, subscribe, like, leave a comment, help me achieve my manifestations for this year. I really want to have like multiple viral moments this year, and I feel like last year I needed to take a step back from making content, and now I kind of felt like I've like started all over again, which is fine, but obviously it is like a big graft, so I really want to put in the work to like reach a level that I used to be and more. I don't know if that's possible because I feel like I've had a lot of viral moments in the past, and I don't know, see, this is what I mean, I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in my capabilities, coming back to point 1, but I need to learn to believe in myself more, and you know, those things will come. I just need to be more on it with being consistent. I think I have been. This will be my 5th week in a row of posting consistently, so I've never done that with YouTube really, without like a help of an editor and stuff, so I think that's pretty good. I will love myself on a deeper level. So like I said, last year I felt like I learned to love myself, but I feel like this year I need to focus more on like not being so negative on things about me. So I have a really bad habit of like only focusing on the negatives. So what I see in the mirror, like I really struggle with a lot of the time, and then I like don't want to leave the house, I don't want to go to work, like I just feel like really low about myself. And I think a lot of it is my physical appearance, my weight, my hair. Like there is always something wrong. Like when my hair's long, I hate it long. When my hair is short, I hate it short. Like I just can never win like in my brain, and I'm always like, oh, when I get long hair again, I'll be pretty again. Oh, when I cut my hair, I'll be pretty again. But I'm like never fulfilled, and I keep like finding reasons to like change myself to be happier. But I think I just need to find more happiness within myself, and also making like positive habits that make me feel good about myself. I just think I need to take more time just like really like enjoying who I am and like having positive behaviors that make me feel nice about myself. I don't really know like how I can do that, and I think that'll be like a long journey this year, but I think maybe I need to read a book on it. Coming back to the books, maybe I need to read a book on like self-love and how to like not be so negative about yourself. But maybe I need therapy, maybe I need Jesus, maybe Jesus was the problem, maybe my mother was the problem. I've also put that my diet is clean, and I'm also like making a lot of effort with this recently as well. I feel like I fluctuate so much, and I go between like eating really clean and then not eating enough and then overeating and then over snacking, and it just goes around in like a really vicious cycle with me over like months. I don't mean like in 1 month, I mean like it goes through like months at a time where like I change habits a lot, and I think I need to find like a happy medium between all of these habits and be like fulfilled. I feel like in the last few months, like I've just been like overeating and eating foods that aren't good for me, and I have like intolerances, so when I'm eating stuff I can't eat, like my stomach triples in size, like in bloating, and then that also affects me mentally. And then me and cheese is my self, like not even joking, I can't even say that, it's just true. I will eat these foods that I know will make me feel bad and like cause me to have intolerance problems, and I will still do it anyway. And I just think that's so like destructive because it's making me feel terrible about myself. Just avoiding things I know will make me unwell is a good start. So I think I've rambled so much in this video. Whoops. I've also put like my relationship with food will improve, and that kind of like comes back to like my diet point. But I just feel like I've had such a like toxic relationship with like food and my body image, and like I don't even know, like the way I see myself is so negative and so like cruel, and I wouldn't even think that way about like anyone. So I'm like, why do I feel that so deeply about myself that I think like I'm just like not worthy and like not beautiful and not attractive? And oh, it's so stupid because I have days like today and I'm like, I'm stunning, like I'm gorgeous, like who is she? A supermodel. But then half the time I don't feel that way, but I think I do have like toxic behavior that doesn't help that. So I think I just need to figure out what like those behaviors are and how I can like stop doing them. I'm like very self-critical of myself, which is like a double-edged sword, because on one hand I like hold myself to like a very high standard. I like to achieve and I like to do good things, and then on the other hand, like I never feel like I'm doing enough. Like I'm such a perfectionist that it like consumes me. I just want to like manifest like more opportunities. So I've kind of just written like I will have many like modeling opportunities, I'll have many singing opportunities, I'll have many brand opportunities. That is what I want. That is what I'm putting out in the world. Once you've like written your list, like keep coming back to your list. Like don't just like leave it to like rot. Like keep coming back to like remind yourself like what is it that you want. Think about like how you can achieve each manifestation, because you can't just like write it down and leave it. Like you can't just be like, oh, like I'm manifesting having healthy hair and then continue to like kill the shit out of your hair and like not buy high quality conditioner. Like that's just like never gonna happen. So you need to like take steps to do these things. Like saying my fitness will be the best it's ever been. Well, what am I doing to make my fitness the best it's ever been? Like, am I like creating a schedule of like my fitness? Because that is what I've done in the last like couple weeks. I've made like a schedule that I'm gonna stick to that stays exactly the same. Even if it's like something small, like literally like go for a 20-minute run, like at least I've like scheduled that in so I know when I'm gonna do it. And even if I want to swap things out, I can, but at least I have a basic schedule of like I have fitness goals and this is how I'm gonna do it. Like don't just like leave it there and expect things to like come to you. Like you're not gonna do things without like putting in the work. And I think that's like the most important part of manifestation, is like this all comes from you and like your belief in yourself. I think like when you put it out there in some like spiritual way, like the universe like wants to give things back to you that you like create space for. At the end of the day, it comes from you and like your belief in being able to do all of these things. And I'm kind of hoping like in like a few months that this list, like I've already done everything. Like I really want to like pick up the pace with like my like career and like my lifestyle, and I want to write more manifestations. I want to keep manifesting things. I also think it's important to like journal. So like I said, like get a cute book. I love this book. It's literally so gorgeous, and I like writing in here. Like look at the paper, it's like gold. I like writing with a blue pen because I'm a weirdo. Journal your feelings, like journal where you're at in life, like talk about your day, like yap. If you're a yapper, like this is the best place to yap. So I really recommend journaling. I recommend meditating. I think that helps a lot with manifesting as well, just like having a clear mind. Also, having discipline is very important to manifestation. So you need to have like some discipline in your life and really learn discipline. I feel like I learned discipline through like I like put on a lot of weight a few years ago, just from like severe binge eating. Like I can't even describe how bad my binge eating was, and I think I put on 4 stone in like a really short space of time. And then I think learning discipline was like realizing that wasn't the lifestyle I wanted to live. Like I was so unhealthy. Like I was eating so unhealthily, I was not exercising, and I was just like not taking care of myself. I was drinking so much. Like the cycle would just repeat of like going out, being hungover, going out, and it was like constant. And I just realized that wasn't the life I wanted to live. And I feel like through like losing that weight and being disciplined with like waking up, going to the gym, and like wanting to eat clean and like needing the healthy habits and like cutting out all of my like negative behavior, I think that made me disciplined, but I don't know how else you'd like learn to be disciplined. I think you have to be like ready to be disciplined. Like you have to want it. You have to want it so bad. And I think there's times where like I know I need to be disciplined, but I like physically can't. And like that's okay because you need time to like rest your mind. But I think like wanting to be disciplined and like wanting to change and like wanting to better yourself is the only way you're going to be disciplined. And I think that's just from like eliminating negative behavior and like rewiring your brain and like consuming media online as well that is like positive for things that you want to achieve. You need to like rewire your algorithms. Like if you struggle with something, like you shouldn't be engaging with anything like that. If you have friends that influence like negative behavior or negative thinking, like really evaluate like how much time you want to spend with those people, because like the people around you influence you so much, especially when they're close to you. So if you feel like they're a negative influence, then you need to like either remove that person from your life or just spend less time with them. And I'm like very fast to do that because I know how easily influenced I am in my environment, and I only want to be influenced positively. I only want to be around positive people that are achieving a lot in life, or even if they're not achieving a lot, just like they like have motivation, or they are like hardworking, or they're like very kind. Like any of those things, like those are the type of people I like to hang out with. I think that like rubs off on me and makes me feel really positive as well, and I like to rub off positively on them too. So yeah, those are all the things that like I'll be manifesting this year, and like I recommend you manifest too. Honestly, manifest whatever you want. If you want a freaking Porsche, manifest that Porsche. You got to remember how you're going to get there, and whether that's like working hard in your career, like starting a new career path or whatever, just make sure you're remembering like how you're going to get to these things. And you can achieve anything you want. You just need to put your mind to it. Your mind is like the most powerful tool that you have, and I feel like so easily like we switch off our mind. We just like mindlessly don't think about like what we're consuming, and like really take a step back and like think about things deeply, because I think about things deeply every day, which is a blessing and a curse. But I think also it makes me like I'm more in tune with myself, I'm in tune with the world, I'm in tune with other people. I think it makes you like smarter to like really like analyze things. So yeah, anyway, so that is the video. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it helpful, and yeah, if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of the video, then comment that you love Poogs, and I'll know that you watched the whole video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye.